Yeah, so I gave this talk a couple nights ago, or last week. When the hell was it? Last week. To the CLJS meeting. So unfortunately, like 4 or 5 people from that meeting are here. So you're going to see this real quick again.
We'll choose to leave you updated.
Yeah. So this is a pretty quick lightning talk on some ways I'm processing my feeds. So I don't like to scroll through a bunch of endless feeds, and I also don't like to follow people that post a lot of posts when I'm just looking for some. They have really good information I'm interested in, but sometimes they post a lot. So as a remedy to that, I wrote this little tool called Bluesky Daily that's just for myself. And basically what it does is it takes in all my posts for a day, specifically a day, and munges them with a prompt and basically comes up with these key topics. And the prompt basically says, I want software tools. I'm not actually asking for political commentary, but sometimes that comes up, so obviously. But this sort of just pulls out the key topics from all my follows for the day, and it has links back to the post. So if I really was interested in some of these things, like art techniques, I can click and I can go right. I think some of these might get deleted. Is why it's not quite right. But then I can sort of go between days. Like so, this just runs every night. Hopefully, yeah, it just processes. But what I was saying at the last talk is, I got bored of this pretty quick. Like it's a certain prompt that says, show me all the tech topics and kind of anything else and all the links. But what if I really want to drill in? Like this PDS thing sounds pretty cool. Like what if I really want to drill in? So what I wanted to try is something called MCP, which is a Model Context Protocol. And it's basically, if you work with LLMs, you're always working with tools and resources and prompts. MCP basically abstracts that into a tool and a protocol that you can then make your own and share with others. So I can go, so for instance, and to use it, you have to use a client. And there's more and more clients that support it, everything from Cursor, Copilot just supported it. There's a ton of clients, but Claude Desktop is sort of the de facto one. So what it does is when you install the MCP tools, and there's thousands of them, and I encourage you to create your own. But so the one I created basically listens for people to ask for Bluesky posts. So I just say get Bluesky posts from yesterday. And what this is going to do is it's going to figure out I need to run a tool, and every tool that you run, you get a prompt, so it's not just arbitrarily doing stuff. And all my tool wants is a date in this format, so the LLM converted yesterday to the right date. And when you configure this MCP server, you can give it a offset, time zone offset, so it'll get your day. It won't just be UTC sort of thing. And the nice thing about a day also is that you feel like you can get through it. Like, here's my post for the day, I can see the summary, and I'm done. Like, I can go to the next day, and it's a nice way to sort of break stuff up. And this normally takes about 90 seconds and more as you get more and more follows. So it's cached after the first time, so I'm sort of cheating here. I already ran this once. So what you'll notice here is this is really what it did. It brought in a JSON blob of posts. And one other thing I want to show you real quick is I wrote a little node package called Bluesky TLDR. And basically what it does is it goes through a post, takes them for a day, so it's smart enough about just getting a certain day's worth. And it sort of abstracts the high level stuff, the URI, the content. And I like links a lot, so I just have all the links come back. I read the faucets, or facets, I think it's called, facets. And so this is a nice abstracted view of the feed. So this is all I really want for when I process it. So there's a bunch of those records in here, you know. And what it did is, you see the LLM sort of summarized it for me already. But what's cool about MCP is you can also define your own prompts and things like that. So I've got a prompt here called summarize key technical topics. And if you look at this is my magic prompt, which isn't very sophisticated. It just says, find the most interesting posts, prioritize them that have URLs or software development, and then any other content. That's my thing. And it doesn't like dids, so I had to really explain to it how a did works, how it converts to a did and all that. Otherwise, it likes to cut them off and do all kinds of crazy shit to them. So anyways, just a couple of guidelines. But what's cool here is I just pulled it in from my tool and I can just run it. It's just as if you would have typed it in. So let's run for a second. So this is going through looking at JSON blob and ignoring authors and just trying to pick out the key concepts. And there you go. Like a lot of people are talking about the conference in Europe. So this is from yesterday. Yeah, a lot of people talking about lexicons, and so what's cool here is I can skim this in 5 minutes and just look at whatever topic I'm interested in. So if
Yeah.
and then there's Grizz. Usually Skylight has something in here I read, so there's always something on Skylight somewhere in here.
What I saw. We're famous.
Is it reusing the DID of the user as the app handle?
I thought it did once, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it did like 6 times.
What's that?
I think that what it's doing is reusing the DID of the user as the handle, doing the app DID instead of its actual.
I think you scroll up, you'll see an example of it.
Yeah,
That's just not that important.
Oh. Oh wait, just tell me which one.
Like the second.
This? Oh yeah. Oh, because I didn't pull the handles in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's something I need to add. Yeah, this data format, or actually, I do pull the handles in, but I don't bring it into this feed. So you're right. These are the raw ones.
I was just looking. I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Yeah. So the links should be okay, but you're right. The handles are not there. Yeah. So here's the link. Actually, here's Julia. So. Yeah, so I guess this is you, Julia. This. Okay, I thought you recognized me.
Yeah, you guys don't have it.
But I guess what's
I don't think you can actually do it because it's not Albanian.
yeah. So I guess just a quick thing here. So, but
You need to feel like
Something.
maybe I could just even ask like
Provide your TLD.
what else?
that would be absurd. Create an entire TLD.
In Claude will look up on the internet too, so you can ask all kinds. So I just asked what else was posted by this user or Julia. So it pulled out some more stuff, and I was going to show you one other prompt. So if you want to just cut the data another way, I can also pick my other prompt here, which is summarize author's post. So this is going to pick out by author the summary, and I think this is how I'm going to scale it. Right now, my posts get cut off. It's very dumb. I pull in all the JSON posts, and they're not all in the context window. So what I'm thinking next is to basically maybe summarize each user's post and then do a summary of that. Might be. But yeah, so this user posted 32 posts. So and actually these ones I purposely do link. So you can actually, so we'll see who this mystery person is. So Jason Cohen, yeah, he does post a lot. So yeah, this one I purposely did. But this is kind of fun too because I can just kind of look, and maybe I'll find someone that I want to follow because hey, or I may find someone I don't want to follow anymore because they have a bunch of stuff I don't want to listen to. So, but yeah, I'll have to get handles in here because this is obviously not very user friendly. But it's fun to explore.
Hey, wow,
Yeah, there's all kinds
None of you
of.
did that when I came up.
What's that? So, anyways, you've got the data in there. You can ask all kinds of questions and go to town. Yeah. So, anyways, that's. I think that was. Yeah. So I've open sourced the MCP server if you're interested in that, or you want to play with it, and so you can definitely take a look at it. So, anyways, any questions about it? But it's sort of a fun way to look at your posts.
That's fun.
So, yeah.
really want to like print this out for like my dad or something, like make one for him. And then
Yeah.
place his newspaper with it. It'll be like,
You could.
Dad's sky.
That's
Just
just
jobs.
Dad's got it.
to do a printer.
Yeah, and I left the prompt super simple because I didn't really know what I was looking for. I just wanted to, and it actually does a fairly good job with a very simple post. But you could prompt, you could create something though tailored, right? Like if your dad likes certain thing, yeah, sports. You could focus on the sports posts. So.
You could maybe even extrapolate to like be a full newspaper.
Yeah.
Here's the news section.
Yes, that's gonna set a fire on a
Stocks, whatever else.
Yeah.
I guess you did.
You're right. It doesn't have to be even just Bluesky, right? Or ATProto. It could be all kinds of sources.
Yeah, it could be just ATProto content.
Yeah.
Zero UI, CSS.
So yeah.
All good. Although I think that kind of it's a little antithetical to this.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, what's my shirt? Did anyone else want?